I'll start here. All right. For the past 30 years, Noble Arts Entertainment has been doing amazing work, impacting lives, changing the narrative, and just telling deep, meaningful stories here in Africa, here in Cameroon, here on Earth. So today we are going to be having a conversation about NAEC projects. So over the years, NAEC has been involved in so many projects, community impact projects, development projects, youth leadership programs. So I just want, and we have here the CEO, one of the minds, the brains behind Noble Arts Entertainment. So first of all, maybe just let the people know how Noble Arts Entertainment, that particular name, came about.
Okay, thank you so much. To all the viewers, thank you for joining in and thank you for watching. Noble Arts Entertainment was founded in 2012 by a group of students in GBHS Bamenda, Cameroon. And the whole idea was just to provide a platform for young people to explore their talents, really. So the whole name thing came about when we're looking at the possibility of having, a good reputation in terms of just the name. So I remember people just throwing names like, okay, let's call ourselves Noble. And since we are doing film, let's add art. Since we are doing theater, let's add entertainment.
Entertainment.
So it was just a combination of ideas of what meant to people.
Okay.
So we had noble for nobility, art for creativity, entertainment for of course the showbiz and the boss. So that's how the name came about really.
Right. It's really amazing the thought process that went into coming up with the name, which is something that has, when you hear of the name Noble Arts Entertainment in Bamenda in Cameroon, it speaks a lot of volume in terms of the quality of the work they do, their integrity. In fact, we are Noble Arts. We are Noble Arts. And for context, I have by my right here Oga Solu. We call him Oga Solution because he has a solution to all problems. And I just want you to tell the people your name and how you got into NAEC. Because currently Oga Solu, he's the brain, he's the mind behind the camera, he's a cinematographer. He has a ton of experience to his belt. He has been on numerous film projects. He has done, I remember the time we did Just Make a Film project, which is another NAEC initiative we are going to talk about. He was a cinematography for 7 different films. I think there were 6 or 7. He single-handedly shot all those films. So you just let the people know your name and how you got into Noble Arts Entertainment.
Okay, so all those watching out there, thank you all for giving us this platform to be here, because if not of you out there, we will not be here. So I am called Ngwa Armstrong, aka Solution. So my people call me Oga Sulu. So I am the cinematographer here at Noble Arts Entertainment Company. As he earlier said, my journey here at Noble Arts Entertainment has been a crazy journey, actually. Starting from the passion of being an actor in front of the camera, and later on I discovered that, hey, that camera no be my own. It's not my own. So I decided to focus behind the camera, and boom, saw myself. And as you earlier mentioned, the journey of me being where I am today, it has not been easy, because I remember back then when Mr. Minkimzi would just give me the camera that, hey, Solution, experiment. Experiment. I would be like, boss, I don't even know anything. So why are you doing this to me? He'll be like, you have to learn. You have to learn. So
You can do it.
exactly, that's the word. You can do it. So I remember when this competition came up, and he said, Solution, you are the one to handle everything concerning camera. And I was like, hey, will I be able? So now I said, okay, I'll do it. I can do it. As he earlier said, you can do it. So now I single-handed everything, like the 7 productions. Yeah, I handed it alone, like with all the cast and crew.
I was using one camera.
Yeah, one camera.
Close up, open shot.
It was
Cut
very
away.
tedious, and trust me, you don't want to use one camera on a set.
And that's true.
Like, hey, actors, the director will be like, actors, close up on this, and you as a cinematographer, you're there, and in fact, you're still taking the first shot, and the actors don't even know what. Some of the actors don't even know what to do. In fact, it was so tedious. So, I mean, it's been a good journey, and here we are,
And it continues. The journey
and it continues. Now, in fact, where we are, I think it's God. It's been God, and it's still God.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
Always.
and it's all because of you out there that we are here. Yeah.
It's all because of you. And Ogasolu touched a very important point. I remember there are sometimes Mr. McKenzie will share stories about how they used to borrow cameras, use camcorders and everything. And maybe first when someone is talking, maybe want to come closer. So I guess the detail. So something very particular about Noble Arts is growth. They are very big on baby steps to get to where they want to be. He mentioned, I think Just Make a Film was in 2023.
Yeah.
I think it was 2023, and they filmed 7 short films with one camera. You can imagine how difficult it can be. And now it wasn't like, okay, we have just one camera, we have just one person on ground to work. We're not going to make the films. No, but now it always pushes you to the limit, pushes you to rediscover yourself, to find yourself. And it's amazing the growth we have had so far. We now have a Black Magic, we now have a Lumix.
Yeah.
We can create good quality. We have been creating good quality
Exactly.
content,
Yeah.
and which is just to the testament that when you believe in growth, when you believe that, okay, this is what I need to do, and you identify that these are the steps to get to where we want to be, nothing can stop you.
Exactly.
Nothing can stop you. And since you was talking about Just Make a Film, we just want to touch about these Nike projects. I'm going to start with Just Make a Film because I think that was one of the first projects I was on when I came to Nike, besides the theater plays. So let's just talk a bit about Just Make a Film competition.
Okay, really amazing story. I had almost forgotten part of Solo's story. Well, I'm talking about the Just Make a Film competition. It was built on the backdrop that, I mean, anybody can make a film. And working with the actors we were working in at that time, we were just like, okay, let's give people the opportunity to express themselves. We know currently in the northern region of Cameroon, there's the ongoing crisis, and there's just so much happening that people are so traumatized, and young creatives really lack these platforms and spaces to create. I remember the films were shot on some days on ghost towns, and sometimes maybe you're filming here and there are gunshots there. You just have to navigate that. So we wanted the young people we're training to have that experience firsthand, and I'm happy that it bettered so many amazing things, including a very talented person like yourself. So the Just Make a Film competition was, I mean, solely to give people the opportunity to express themselves using film.
Yeah.
And I'm so amazed by the stories that were told. We had films on depression, and we had films on climate change, just to name a few. And that particular collection, in fact, if you're watching now, please go to our YouTube channel. There's a playlist called Just Make a Film. Watch some of the videos, and of course, we'll be happy to have your feedback. That particular opportunity gave room for these so many amazing stories that they were able to tell. We're not going for perfect films. We're not going to make things so wonderful and perfect. We just wanted people to make films. So first of all, I'm so proud of Solu for the quality he was able to deliver with the knowledge he had at that time. I'm so proud of the entire team in terms of the cast and crew that worked on, making sure that the the videos went out.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember showing some of those films to um, some mentors and friends, I think from the US Embassy in Cameroon, and their feedback was really amazing. Like they could not believe that, with just the very limited resources
Could make
that
this.
they could make the films that they made. And hopefully someday we're definitely going to have a second edition of the
Yeah.
Just Make a Film competition. And we hope that is going to really help to inspire, a lot of persons to really just want to pick up their cell phones or their cameras and make films. Yeah.
I believe it could even be made like a tradition,
Yeah.
because Noble Arts for as long as I can remember, it's a tradition that every single year you do theater performances.
Yeah.
So I just feel like they just make a film competition should be adopted in such a way that okay, every single year this group of actors, this group of young people who are hungry to learn, they can always use these films to tell their own stories, their own
Yeah.
unique stories. And you mentioned something when we were doing the films. I remember I did something which is called Chook Skin. I featured in about 4 of those films,
Mhm.
and during that process, it just made me realize something about what Noble Arts has been able to do to stand out from all other maybe production companies, especially in Northwest and Southwest. You don't sit around, you don't see Noble Arts sitting around waiting for opportunities, or you might not see Noble Arts on set every single day or every year, but they're always very intentional with the type of things they do. You don't sit around and be like, well, Camille will come, will do something. Like you see Noble Arts doing films, applying for festivals, doing theater performances, reaching out. I think Noble Arts has been to Africa about 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And I don't think any production house in Bamenda or maybe in Cameroon has been able to have that on their resume. Okay, I've been to Camille, you have been to Africa with Sophia,
In 72
in
hours.
72 hours.
Yeah.
That just goes to tell you that there's no sitting around waiting for opportunities
Yeah.
and everything. So I'm going to ask this question. You know that as a cinematographer, being in Bamenda, the opportunities to be on movie sets, it doesn't come every day. So how have you been able to keep yourself busy, keep yourself learning?
Well, that's a very technical question. As a cinematographer here in Bamenda, first of all, you don't depend on the people. You really don't depend on people. First of all, you have to set your own goals and your own targets
Yeah.
that you need to achieve. First of all, learning is something that you don't depend solely on people.
People,
Yeah, you need to look for strategies that you learn by yourself. I for one, I think YouTube have been one of my main mentor. Yeah, I've been learning a lot from YouTube, but doing researches and reaching out to some technical cinematographers, yeah, out there who have also won numerous awards.
Awards, yeah.
Yeah. So those are my own type of people I really look out to, and also now as we're talking, I think I am looking forward to actually be on a very big set. Yeah, so that's one of my biggest goal right now, to be on a set which I can actually uh,
Implement what you've been learning so
implement.
far and even learn more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Implement what I've been learning so far, and also learn more from professionals who are more than me. Yeah.
Because I feel like when you go on these movie sets, the experiences you meet are different. The types of cameras they use, the type of lenses, even the director you're working with, his own vision of how he wants to piece the project together.
Yeah, that's true. I remember when I went for CAMIF, the first year I went for CAMIF, yeah, I met our facilitator, Mr. Itarine. That's actually a very big person.
Yeah.
Yeah, a very big cinematographer when it comes to movie. Yeah. When I met him, I was like, hey, I've been hearing of this man.
Yes.
So I was so happy, and just seeing him gave me this anxiety to want to move forward, to want to be to want to
Just
get
pick his brain, learn everything.
exactly.
Yeah, he knows.
Because when we started the class, I mean, just from the way the man was talking, I mean, I was so impressed. And for the camera he came with, that was my first time. I mean, like my first time ever seeing that camera,
Yeah.
and I was even confused.
I
I was confused because first of all, the camera was big, and my life I've been shooting with a small Lumix like this, and you get the point. So just seeing him mounting the camera and the gadgets.
Yes,
Work.
all
Yeah.
those rigs, because I know when you have to work with big cameras,
Yeah.
there are a lot of things that you need to put together. You need to put rigs, put the
Exactly.
all those things they
All those-
roll on. It's like a lot.
Exactly. So in fact, it was just so a lot, and I'm thanking God for the opportunity that I had to go to for Camille, because after Camille, trust me,
A lot has changed.
a lot has changed. A lot has changed.
A lot has really changed.
Yes. So it's, I don't know. It's really
I
been,
cannot wait. I cannot wait to see your next project, like what you're going to film, because a very big of cinematography, of rather filmmaking, is telling stories in such a way that people watch it and they don't feel like they're watching from cheap seats. They feel like they're actually experiencing it, the characters, the camera movements, the storytelling, because it's an art on its own, and which is something that you made that decision that, okay, I'm not going to sit around and, okay, just wait. Whenever Naek has a project, we work on it. You're learning on YouTube, you're going for festivals, you're networking, you're picking people's brains and everything. So
yeah. So actually, what I discovered is cinematography. Cinematography is not just hold the camera, being on set. I mean, cinematography is a passion that deals with emotions. Yeah, because with cinematography, I mean, when you master the craft, you get to carry people along.
yeah,
Yeah, you get to carry people along with the movement of the camera, because you see, nowadays when I'm watching a film, there are scenes that, especially Cameroon movies, there are some movies that when I watch, I mean, like the the way they shoot the movies, I'm just like, these people,
can do better.
they can do better. You get the point? That I'm like, what were you guys even thinking? Like, there is no story. Like, the camera does not tell us any story. Nothing. The
That's true.
movements, there's nothing. But I think they can actually do better. And so I think the thing is, most of us, we don't like to learn. Yes, most of us, we just feel like when we know how to maybe handle the camera,
Yeah.
that's all. No, cinematography, it's a lot. It's just a lot. You keep learning
Every single day,
day.
and that's how life is.
Exactly.
I just feel like with every aspect of filmmaking, for you to be able to be at your best, even though I don't know if there's any word as perfection at something, I just feel like it comes from mastery, which is a decision you have make to focus on mastery, to learn, to know the craft. And like I said, we are so looking forward to your next project, which is going to be big, I'm certain. So Naik Naik has Naik has grown a lot. Naik has
Yeah.
molded so many people, has inspired so many people to chase their dreams, to find purpose, and to do what they know they were sent on earth to do. And just looking at last year at Kamif, we both went to Kamif.
Exactly. Eh?
You attended the cinematography class, I attended script writing, and this year you did not just go back there to learn. You went there with a film to show Kamif, okay, this is what I shot. I was able to do this, and I went there like, okay, this is what I wrote. And just seeing you, because when we were shooting the films when the master classes were over, you were the one, you were the boss on the camera, like, okay, let's do this, stand here and shoot. So it's just amazing, because noble arts, they hold growth. Growth is a very important value that we uphold. So I'm just going to throw more. You want you to throw more light about something different from what Naek does besides filmmaking, which is the community impact projects. I know we always do volunteering. Yes. So this time, Naek started something quite new, which people really embraced last year. I believe if more parents knew about the My Best Holiday program, this space, we should have been looking for maybe a bigger space. So I just wanted to throw light on My Best Holiday program and why. First of all, let's talk about the name.
My best.
I'm beginning to understand that names have a lot of impact or meaning.
Yeah.
So, like, what was the thought process behind My Best Holiday, and why a project like that? Why
Okay.
not something else?
Just to answer, we have several community development projects that we do. We had the Just Make a Film. We had a workshop on creative filmmaking for advocacy at the US Embassy last year.
Yeah.
And then we had My Best Holiday, the maiden edition last year. Why the name My Best Holiday? Now, it actually was bettered from a place of me wanting or wishing that I had a best holiday experience that stands out for me. When I was growing up, I used to go for holidays in the village, help my grandparents, and so on. And the whole idea of holiday was all about enjoying yourself, having time to make friends, just having a good experience um during summer holidays. As I grew, I mean, and with the advancement, especially in technology, my whole concept of what a best holiday is changed. And I started thinking, okay, how can we as Noble Arts Entertainment give room for young kids to, teenagers, and, to they can have a very unique, amazing holiday experience. So the idea of My Best
My Best
Holiday
Holiday.
um, digital skills program came up, where we train these young people on graphic designing, content creation, photography. Last year we even did video editing on photo editing. So first of all, a very big shout out to you, the team, because I mean you guys constitute the very talented workforce that including Fabs behind the camera. You guys constitute the amazing team that powers these programs. So the My Best for the Day is just one, of the so many community development programs we do. So if you're watching this and you have a toddler at home, or a teenager or a young teen and everything, and you're really thinking of how you can plan, especially for next year, um, what they will do during holidays, you might want to check our social media handles to get more information about the My Best Holiday program, because it is a unique experience, and we hope, of course, that we can help especially many more young kids and children in the Northwest region affected by the crisis to get these digital skills that can save them tons and tons in the future. Because with a skill like graphic designing, for example, you use it for life.
Yes.
It's not a skill that you learn and you say, okay, even if you're a medical doctor, you would need to design something at one point. And imagine having that skill from the age of 8, and you keep developing. By the time you're 30, you're a big professional as far as that particular skill. Same as content creation, same as photography, just to name a few. And what makes the My Best of the Day program so unique is the fact that we do these digital skill programs, and then we have extraordinary activities. For example, we visit cultural heritage sites in the Northwest
Yeah.
region, and then of course we have these other sessions on leadership and career development and orientation and so on. So we have these other sessions that help capacitate the participants to be able to stand out even when they go back to school. So for me personally, um, holidays aren't just an avenue for children to bond with their family members, but also a unique opportunity for them to learn skills that will serve them for a lifetime.
Yeah.
It's really not about and the good thing about the My Best Holiday program is that it's just a month.
It's just one month.
It runs from the very first week of July to the first week of August, so your kid can take a break. Because personally, again, I think children deserve to rest from the 9 months of studies. So your kid can get like a month break in the month of June, and then July they have the session. Then August they can go for holidays, or you reverse the order in any way. So yeah, that's it for really My Best Holiday.
Right. So there you have it. NAEG has a lot going on in terms of community impact projects, leadership development programs, and I always just wonder, even though I am part of the team, how are we? I think we should just answer this question. The three of us today. How do we navigate all this? Because I know we have projects. We are thinking about making a film. We're thinking about theater plays coming up and everything. How as you, as a person leading this mission, what does it feel like to be Mr. McKenzie, and how do you even navigate all of this? Because I know it is because I'm talking about me personally. When I begin one task, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to maybe follow through with it.
Mhm.
But it's just like a lot going on because a lot of people always say like Noble Arts is not sleeping. When did Noble Arts make a film? Because when they saw the awards, like when they saw the awards for Kamif, Sakfez, Kamaka, Embaka, we were like, wow. Then just immediately after that, they were doing the program of data verification,
Yeah.
where Naeg was, where you in particular, you were teaching journalists on how to analyze data and everything. That was immediately after Kamif. People were like, again. Then now my best holiday, and I'm sure immediately after this, we might be having, I don't know, theater plays and everything.
So as far as navigating this whole thing is, I think it comes from a place of being so organized, disciplined, and very structured. One thing that keeps Noble Arts really, really successful, which I'm very grateful for, is the team. And also the understanding that what we are doing here, we have to be very intentional. So when the year starts, you're part of the team, of course. We always have these meetings and sessions where we plan from January to December that year what's happening. And sometimes we give room, of course, for flexibility, but we have standard programs that we must run every year. And we also have room for the possibility to introduce other stuff. For instance, maybe the camera can just move. That is Girl Inc. project, the maiden edition that was done, I think, last weekend here in Bamenda, last week, Friday. And of course, we have the My Best Holiday going on. So it's, I think, first of all, kudos to the team for always being so organized and being structured and so ready to take up new challenges because it comes from a place of understanding that we have to keep. Nobody claps for you 2 times for doing the same thing, so you have to keep moving and keep going. So every year we have December theater shows that we must do. We have, of course, other events and projects that we do within the course of the year that the flexibility of the budget we have actually determines some of the projects that we do within the course of the year. But we also have standard projects like the My Best Holiday Pro project that is every July.
Okay.
Then we have this project in the theater shows every December.
Yeah.
And of course, within the course now, the first part of the year, we might do like the World Theater Day, Girl Inc., just to name a few. So that's really all about like how we do the things we do. It comes from a place of being organized and having a very amazing team to understand that we do this. From there, we move to this, then we move to this. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So we're about to round up the live. So if you know Noble Arts Entertainment, you would agree with me that there is a particular project each and every person is always asking, okay, how far are people going to get back to this or not? What is happening? So I'm talking about the Kanjo series, which is a project that a lot of people embraced when the first edition came. So I just like the director and the creative mind behind the Kanjo series. I think this is the last Naik project we're going to talk about before we round up the live. Just tell us, is this a problem of maybe the cast is not available? Is it a problem of maybe sponsorship to do the project? Or is it just it doesn't fall within the scope of Naik project? Is it like, okay, we're not going to do this again or not? What is happening there with Kanjo series?
Very good question. Amazing question. I'll just use the opportunity to apologize to all the Kanjo series fans. I'm very sorry. The team is very sorry for starving you all these years. The sincerity of the matter is when we shot the Kanjo series season 2, we lost like 98% of all the footages. So we had actually invested close to about 2 million francs to produce a season 2 of the Kanjo series. And we lost all of those footages with crashed hard drives. So we had to take time to rethink because I think we flew Mr. Novo all the way from Nigeria, Lagos to shoot in Boya. We're in Boya for more than a month. So all those expenses and everything lost really took a very bad toll on the project. And to make matters worse, the house we were using to film, unfortunately, the caretaker died 2 years ago. So been a roller coaster ride of emotions and being unable to really navigate through. But of course, we've also had the issue of investment because the investment we made from the last season we shot season 2, we have not recovered it, to be honest. So we also saw it as an opportunity to take time to re-strategize then be rest assured you watching that we're going to definitely come back to the Kanjo series. As a matter of fact, we're already making plans to, serve you premium entertainment as soon as possible. I will not disclose anything yet. But the whole idea is that we needed some time off to, we think we strategize and get to the point where we're very sure that, okay, if we are investing in doing this thing, of course, we're able to get back just, if necessary, just the capital of the capital we invested. So that's been the biggest challenge we had with the Kanjo series.
Right. So you have your answer. It's clear, and I believe in due time we are going to have the Kanjo series again. So I'm just going to ask this question to Ogasulu. Naik is known for a very, very, very long time for doing films and theater, but for, let's see, the past maybe 3 or 5 years, Naik has been known for delivering top-notch theater performances. What is happening to film? And I know we just recently won 4 awards for the short film Kuma, which talking about cancer, and a lot of people have been asking when is it going to be available and everything. So I just want to ask you, as the cinematographer of Naik, how eager are you to get on set, and when is that going to happen?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. I'm very, very eager to get on set. Actually, it's not like I'm being eager to get on set. The thing is, I want to be on set to create what I've learned. I want to deliver a high quality of what I've learned already. So I want to give you guys top-notch quality of cinematography. So right now, actually, for films, we are actually working on many things which we won't actually disclose now.
Okay.
So we won't disclose.
Naik and surprises.
Exactly. So we are looking forward to surprise you, as we actually did with Kuma. I know many of you have not watched Kuma. Kuma is actually a very nice film, cinematography, very good, story-wise very good, and the acting too, very good. So we are actually working on many things. As you can see, our scriptwriters, they are there on ground. Our actors, they are also there ready, and the cinematographer, the lighting, the editors are set already. So we're just waiting for that moment, boom, and we serve you good quality entertainment. So we're looking forward to that. And talking about theater, I mean, Noble Art has been, one of the top entertainment.
It's not from the place of pride.
Bragging. No, it's not from the place of pride or bragging, but from what I know, Noble Art has been the top entertainment company here in the Northwest region that is actually doing theater, and not only theater but good theater.
And it's really amazing the number of things Noble Art does. It's not to just say, okay, we are hailing Noble Art, but you can see the works for yourself.
Exactly.
My friends with the Girl Ink, theater performances and all that. And man, like you heard Ogasulu said, Naik is preparing surprises just like they did with Kuma.
Yeah.
So be rest assured, it's just like Mr. McKenzie, the CEO. On some days you'll see him, let's say, at the football field playing, and the next day he's catching a flight to go learn. Exactly. That is how Naik operates. Like, we just want to let you know, be rest assured that a lot is happening in the background, and we know every Cameroonian is hungry. You can see how YouTube has emerged with Stephanie Tone, Caro, or this Funga making like serving content back to back.
Exactly. And
people have been asking her, what's happening tonight? What's happening? Why are we not producing? And I believe and I know that something is cooking and we're going to love it. Exactly. So before we run up, I just want to seize the opportunity to talk about the Africa Monologue Challenge, which let me share this story. When I got into Naik, the first 3 months, I was casted to play a Banty in a theater play, and that was where the whole thing it just went on like, okay, Angafo, you're going to be an actor. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Because after that theater play, a lot of people gave positive feedback like, okay, okay. I remember when I got on stage, when they were doing like after you perform, you know, when we get on stage, everybody was introducing themselves.
Yeah.
Immediately I got the mic, everybody was like, hey! Now I know, I'm like, okay, let's go. So just to see the growth so far and being in the African Monologue Challenge top 20 from 50 and from we love Cameroon, we love our country. We had like God, but and like I was saying before, like rudely interrupted. Noble Arts has been behind for your support. If you're here, support me when I get to top 10. So I think we're going to run a conversation here. It has been an amazing time. I want to thank each and every person. Thank you for how long has this live been? I think about 40
Close to 40 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, you're taking about 40 minutes of your precious time in 24 hours living in Cameroon on earth to be with us, and we sincerely appreciate it. We appreciate you tuning in to listen and to the conversations we are having about Noble Arts Entertainment and about you, because Noble Arts is here to serve the youth, to serve people who want to enjoy quality content and to create impact. And like it says, like immortalizing experiences. So any last words, Ogasulu?
Yeah, so I just want to use the opportunity to just thank you guys, the team, and I'm going to jump over to get the camera so that Fabs can show you the video.
Yes.
So I just want to thank also everybody that is watching, that is supporting, and that has been supporting, and that will still support Noble Arts Entertainment. We hold very dearly in our hearts the mission to provide young people with the skills and resources they need to engage communities through performing and visual art. And we thank you guys so much for going on this journey with us. I want to thank the team, you guys who make life so easy, and especially I did my best with the project. So thank you guys so much, and it has been a very, very interesting session. Maybe we should do this more often and just chat, just talk about the things we do and Noble Arts Entertainment. I mean, let's if you would like us to have this kind of session with you once a month where we just sit and chat, please let us know in the comment section, and of course we're going to see how to take it into consideration and of course work with it. Thank you guys again so much. I'm going to take the phone now, and then of course we're going to have Brother Fabs who's also going to say something.
I'm live on Instagram, bro.
Phone is 9%.
Alright, so we have Brother Fabs. one of the very fine minds we have in Noble Arts Entertainment.
Move away.
He's very sharp with camera. So we have Fabs, who's the facilitator of the graphic designing session with the kids, doing an amazing job. So Fabs, real quick, how do you cope when you're teaching graphic designing to these kids? Because I know it must be something very abstract. How do you do it?
Well, I would say it feels crazy to them, like to some of the like somebody for 17 years. The guy is actually, I would say, he's okay with it. But the 14, the 7, the 8, they're like, yo, what is this nigga talking about? They're like, who are you? What are you doing?
What's going on?
I don't understand what you're doing. So, I mean, the experience is actually good to actually see someone like when I was facilitating them yesterday. I had to give them a design, and nobody wanted to go home. Everybody was like, no, I'm there. I'm going nowhere. I mean, like, you guys are missing this experience. Yo, I'm like, I mean, kids. Although when they want to disturb you, oh God, when they want to disturb you. But yeah, the experience is, I mean, it's
awesome.
You have the one of last year, the one of this year, two different experiences, but it's something you need to keep learning from, learning time and again.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. Alright, so we also have Ogasulu who is behind the camera now.
Instagram.
Ogasulu is the photography
Coach.
coach for the Marcus Video program, and of course we have the very talented Angafo Emmanuel, who is the content creation coach, who made us to sit here today.
Yes. Let's create content.
Sit here today to create content, as he always puts it. So thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a very unique and very beautiful experience, and of course, yeah, let's do this more often.
Yes,
Let's do
we
this more
sure
often.
will. And we have had deep, meaningful conversations about novel arts entertainment, and growth with projects, and keep on immortalizing experiences. Thank you so much to each and everyone who has taken out their time to be with us here today to engage in these conversations. We truly, truly appreciate, and we promise that whatever we have said, whatever promises we have said here, Solu, we are going to keep to it. And yeah, do take care of yourself, and we are going to see you on the next live stream.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
End it.
Yeah,
Close that camera.